heard something. One or more legs. I am not carrying. If we are found, the Zealots will not negotiate. They deserve whatever punishment we see fit to administer. Caves like this can be an excellent way to conceal the presence of an illegal operation. I should know. Ammunition is always welcome if they have any. Either we press on, or we turn back. Your call. Move on. There's nothing more.
Come back and face me, coward! You will not defile the shrine room, heathen!
I was beginning to wonder if you hibernate. Die today.
are sufficiently rested. Who knows what this day will bring? Always worth checking. You know what you might find in their pockets.
will have your head!
Good. You're awake. I was running out of knives to sharpen while I wait.
Come out, heretic!
You're too late, Vindicator. The contact has already returned to Dazra. And your handler, Kisrani, will die by their hand. Child of Jerick. Formerly, I would not entertain such cowardice. But the speed of your arrival is suspicious. How did you find this place so swiftly? I wonder if the contact has betrayed us and fled to safety. Killing us would remove his only witnesses. So you're saying the supplier did not betray us? Your tongue lies. The Warden is known for being a bloodhound. There may be a logical reason for your haste. Your words have left me unsure. And since I do not know if the supplier has betrayed us, I shall let the outcome of this battle decide. With the Great Serpent as our witness, let the truth be revealed in death. I will bleed you dry.
You die today.
If it is large enough, we should be sure to remember the path we'll take in this cave. We would not want to lose lose our bearings and become stranded. I will let you steer. Taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Perhaps it is not so where you are from.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great serpent, I pray nothing has happened.
What could we have possibly
My
done?
son
Lots
was
needs to be done. So
If you
much
do not need
damage
medical
is done.
assistance, please move along.
Paralyzing.
Save some for... Please. Oh. Let me examine you. How long have you been walking around like this? You need treatment immediately. Should be no trouble. There. All finished. If we are done, please move along.
It has been quite a challenge to keep all of the records. It has been quite a challenge to keep all of the records in order. Come in, come in. Come in, come in.
Absolutely.
Great serpent guide you.
I won't give anything.
You're back. Did you uncover anything at Jandar's Rest? Mujin? Does this mean he's the supply thief? Are you sure? Then I may be walking into an ambush, seeing as Mujin's the one who organized this meeting and supplied my security detail. The meeting takes place inside the Halls of Obedience. Will you watch my back? I don't know if we have enough evidence. If we're the aggressors here, it may be harder to prove. Let's wait for them to make the first move. Thank you. Okay, let's walk.
Then may the great serpent
For House Malene!
watch you come to die.
Best not to leave anything else.
Jinan, bless you. I would not have survived that if you hadn't been here. It's more than luck. I'm beginning to think your coming was divined by the serpent itself. In any case, now is not the time to dawdle. Our next move must be to arrest Mujin. No, it's safer in your hands. And when it comes time for the trial, I want you to deliver it. You're the only impartial person involved in this case. And besides, you did the legwork. You deserve the honor of submitting it. Thank you. This assassin's attempt will help our case, but we still need evidence tying him to Mujin. If you have time, check his office. There may be information connecting him to this individual. Death will come in time. For what he has done, he deserves to rot away slowly. Regardless, he must answer for aiding the Zealots and the murder of my cousin. Give me until the coming dawn, and I will summon the relevant parties to my office. Mark my words. We will bring him to justice with all three noble houses as witness.
Do not agitate the locals. Many have already lost everything.
Remember this. We are always watching.
The Great Serpent spared so many of us, yet we all still...
feel the loss.
Yes? Did you need me? So... yes. Ah, hello. Indeed I do. All yours. All right then.
I hope when you return to the settled systems, you'll aid in showing them the true path.
Great serpents watch over you. It's good to have something to celebrate for once with our cousins back home.
Promise.
Chosen.
It will take more than this. That I am not pleased with the recent outsider influence. I assure you what I am.
Look, if you need to kill, I am sure something will catch your eye.
You've been busy, Vindicator. Choose your words carefully. Convert or not, you're still an outsider. Which is just a stone's throw away from trespasser. But before you proceed into that room, I must ask, do you have the proof you need? Is it solid? Maybe so. But once a suspect has been established, it can be like pulling a loose thread. The rest comes undone rather quickly. So let us speak frankly for a moment, if we may. Haste doesn't suit you. So before you go in there and report your findings, hear me out. The speed at which things have unraveled, it makes me wonder how much of this outcome has been orchestrated. Of course, I am not denying my role in all this. Yes, I approved to have the supplies rerouted. And yes, I ordered that they be directed to the Zealots. But the murders, the violence, these were not directives I had ordered. If I am guilty of anything, it's being a rubber stamp. I won't apologize for my actions. Everything I did for Dazra. A handful of supply shipments are a meager exchange for an entire clan of allies. United with House Malin, we can rebuild Dazra as the industrial and military force it was during the Serpent's Crusade. Which is why I ask that you listen to my proposal. Let me go. Allow me to continue my efforts discreetly for the betterment of House Varun. Your flippant attitude only gives me more conviction. You only see what's in front of you, and not the big picture.
Please. You made no grand gesture. You violated the law and aided those who want us dead.
I don't know what evidence you've gathered, but without anything concrete, it's your word against mine. We shall see which one carries more weight.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you. I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them? It is certainly a less normal experience than most are used to, but I think that is a good thing. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? Perhaps, but it is still important to me. I feel as though I am often looking in at the rest of the group. I do not like this feeling. I would like to feel that I am a valued member of the organization, but I am concerned that I am off-putting, or my actions have alienated me. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death. I might not admit this to the others, but at times, it was. I do not regret this, but I do know how it makes me seem. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. he puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. It is strange. I admit it has never been an issue before now. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense? Yes, perhaps I should. They have taken me in after all. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence. It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
It's your word against mine. We shall see which one carries more weight.
Thank you all for coming. I think we can all agree that the charges for this crime are quite serious. Theft of supplies, aiding the Zealots, and the murder of my cousin. Which is why it comes with great shock that evidence points to a member of House Kadik as the thief.
Based on what evidence? House Kadik does not deal in trade. Your house does.
I would not be making this claim without sufficient cause, nor is House Dulkef the bearer of this information. Vindicator, the floor is yours. The slate lists you by name, Envoy. What do you have to say for yourself?
Is this what you called me to your office for, Kisrani? This is an absolute disgrace to your department.
You haven't answered my question, Mujin.
Nor should I have to. A single slate, which I might add is likely fabricated, is not enough to prove anything.
Is that so, Mujin? Or do you deny the words you yourself wrote?
I absolutely deny it. My computer has obviously been tampered with. This is clearly not enough evidence to even consider me a suspect.
Oh, you didn't know. We have piles of evidence, ship departure records, signatures, the works. And of course the kicker. Kisrani's would-be assassin.
Security has identified him as Okim Kadik.
Well, that's your ward, Mujin.
In fact, if I were you, Envoy, I would think long and hard about submitting to the Guard peacefully. Given the severity of your crimes, the Captain has the authority to do it by force.
I will cooperate, but this is by no means an admission. And make no mistake, the three of you will pay for this insult.
Make all the threats you want, Envoy. My decision is made. Guard, take him away.
As you command, Executor. I am not sure what to make of you. Move. No loitering.
I appreciate you backing me up on this one. Warden Vithal had brought some evidence linking Mujin to the crime, but it's your evidence that makes me feel confident we can convict. All told, I'm extremely grateful. Ukaru was family, and I would not have been able to rest if I knew the thief had not been brought to justice. Of course, I'll do my best to reward you. And yes, I am aware you had no personal stake in solving this, but that makes me appreciate your efforts all the more.
I've also handed over everything we have at House Vithal regarding the case. Who knows what other crimes we can uncover while poring over the evidence.
I'll take this up with the captain of the guard. After that, our part in all of this is done. Jinan grace you for taking on this investigation. You've done a great service for House Varun and for Dazra. And on a personal note, I want to extend my gratitude for avenging my cousin's murder. With the accident and all that's going on, I haven't really had time to grieve, but closing this case might help me start that process. So for that, I thank you.
Apologies, my mind is elsewhere.
All must serve.
We have displeased the Great Serpent. Do not agitate him any further.
Our home, but the keep shall do.
If you are not a member of House Bethal, you do not belong here. Truly, you are a heretic with no regard for respect.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is a Nazgul's chosen. You recall Lovik sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider. You have no idea what you speak of. You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house. Worse, have you seen Dazra? How can things get any worse?
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Varric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of.
And if she's become promised, truly her arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste. Tell me, Vindicator, are you well practiced in discretion? So the Council would send an untrustworthy fool to secure my cooperation. The sheer audacity. Without discretion, there is nothing left to say.
Do not be foolish, Victor. The Vindicator's presence here is a gift. Do not confuse providence for coincidence.
Very well. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Varric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the Great Serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
If only my sister and husband had your sensibility. I do not wish Varric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death. Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the Ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Varric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Varric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid. There is no other way. The Ministry of State must uphold order, and you will be expected to serve, as we all do. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Varric's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate. Good. And remember, absolute discretion. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Varric for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Be mindful of your actions. Heresy and treason are one in the
I've instructed our people to take over John. Remember, Chosen. None but the faithful.
This railing is taken. And no, I'm not looking for company. My help? That'd be a first. Aren't we all? Varric. One day we're inseparable, and the next, I've searched all of Dazra for him. But he's gone. Couldn't even leave a note. That means he either doesn't want to be found, or... well, I prefer not to think about it. I appreciate your understanding earlier, and maybe I did. But I just don't think he wants to be found. I'm so tired. It's possible I missed something, but nothing comes to mind. Are you sure? If I thought he was hurt, I'd still be out there looking. Enough of this. Please leave me alone. I don't want to think about him anymore.
We lost a lot of good people to the Vortex. Bar seems much emptier. Quieter. No. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? You and me both. The worst thing that can possibly happen, happens. And then he disappears. I mean, come on, we're supposed to be friends. Okay, maybe it's not the worst thing, but look around you. It's almost post-apocalyptic, so... second worst possible thing that could happen. Worst thing being if none of us survived at all. Is there ever a good reason to abandon your friends? You'd think B would at least be commiserating with me. But I'm suddenly too drunk to deal with. Some friend she is. All she cares about is Varric. And I guess I am too. I just want Varric to show up so things can get back to normal. Whatever that is. Did he trust me? I just don't know anymore. I want to help, but I really can't think of anything. I wish I could tell you there was. I thought he'd trust me with anything, but I'm telling you, there's nothing. Wait. I think I remember something now. Tane! He mentioned talking to Tane one day about getting off-world, seeing the settled systems. We never thought he was serious, and even if he wasn't... Tane still might know something. Tane's a regular. I'm sure he'll be by any minute if you just want to take a seat.
This bar is the only thing keeping many people sane. Some cosa to lift your spirits?
Hope things start looking up soon around here. Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently? Oh, wow. You really bought in, huh? I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing. And proud of it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention. Yep, that's how I feel most days since I got stuck here. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for? That so? Well, I guess that depends, Vindicator. Who wants to know? Well, in that case, I can't help you. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent, and I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out. Nice to see we operate on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races. After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
Like the eagles of old.
This is our city.
on me!
It's not the fall that kills me. It's the decision to follow.
Need a moment
They'd
to
never
walk
chase you
that
down
off?
that drop.
We live to see another day. And so our adventure continues. Careful what you touch. Who knows what has been going on in this land? A temporary encampment, but not an uneventful stay for the occupant.
quite a view from here. This place is unique, is it not?
Back off! I bet whatever. What's in there is worth something to someone. sure know how to handle yourself in a fight. I could have done without that. All my years and all the planets I've been on. Never gonna get used to those things. You got that right. Damn House Ruin. Wiping out half their city and bringing in horrors like these. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Varric's alive. You find anything? Well, let's take a look. Looks like Varric was running around in a van. Not that I blame him.
There seems to be a path up. We should follow. Unfamiliar environments should always be approached with caution. Of the good. Hopefully they amount to something.
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited? Well, you won't find him here. This isn't exactly the type of place where house members frequent. I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it. That's a generous offer.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said before, I've never seen Varric Pathal. We keep to ourselves. There's no reason for a path to cross. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Varric.
It's too coincidental. It must have been him. We sent him north. There's a long-abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dazra. He wanted to start a new life. We even gave him 2 of our own growths to get started.
Hey, hold up. Have you been listening? She didn't know Varric was a traitor. There's no crime in that.
We aided a young man in need of help. We never would have knowingly aided a traitor.
This is exactly what I feared.
Even if we'd known he was Varric Vital, how could we know he was a traitor?
We are isolated here, and we are taught to honor the noble houses.
Varric being a traitor is news to me, and I live in Dazra. You've got to believe these people.
Victor wanted discretion, so it is not unreasonable that these people are innocent. Still, knowingly or not, they did aid a traitor.
We don't have that kind of money, but I can return what you gave me and what little savings we've managed. Thank the Serpent, and thank you. We would never knowingly move against the will of House Varun.
Farewell, sister.
Serpent, watch over you.
all you. I'm just going to keep an
I am
eye out.
currently engaged in the completion of my assigned task. Please do not interfere.
I know some who would consider that much sleep a sign of weakness.
Veric's been busy if he got this much done. Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything? Never thought of Veric as the Dear Diary type. Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Whoa, hey, it's me. Dang. Put the gun down already.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
Rightfully so.
So I've been labeled a traitor. I figured the old man might play it that way. Always the extremist. But since I have your attention, allow me to plead my case. I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose. I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit the role of Elder, to run the Ministry of State, to worship the Great Serpent. But I want none of it.
That's what I said when I first met him. But I came around.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about. Shame, embarrassment, fuel for the other houses to ridicule my father. I don't want any of that for him, but he left me no choice. If he would have listened just once, maybe I could have left on good terms with my father's blessing. Control the narrative, as they like to say. Then you understand. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too. But yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now. I like to call it looking out for a friend. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Barrick running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not two for the price of one? I didn't realize it was gonna turn into a whole thing.
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here. That was never my intention. But I know how it looks. The truth is, the Scaled Citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us. I understand that some people need faith as guidance. But Varun society takes it too far. I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life. I ask that you give me that chance. Anything. Name it. The credits are easy, and I'll gladly pay a price for freedom. As for the ring, Vashti gave it to me. It's all I have left of her since the cataclysm. The disaster took every physical reminder of her except for this ring. Just wiped her from existence. You're right. And I know Vashti would want it this way. Take it. I'll find solace in the fact that the ring will remain with my family. And now I hope we are done here. Thank you for seeing reason. I owe you both my life and freedom.
Now that's over with. I'm gonna hang back here, talk to Varric a bit. Besides, I don't want to be around when you break the news to Victor. Do me a favor and find me at the Herald's Rest when you're done.
Is something amiss? I can do that.
I cannot, will not be a part of this!
Word, and we shall be on our way.
Something disrupts Victor's work.
Is it done? You're back. What news do you bring?
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this. I have not overlooked your involvement in this.
No, it was Varric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it. Then I can appreciate a tool that does not question. Ultimately, I care nothing for what you think. Now, only one matter remains to discuss. Did you find anyone who aided my son in his treachery? Well done. Unfortunately, I have heard ramblings among the people of Varric's disappearance. Wardens are dealing with the matter as we speak. But you restored order to this house, and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. I have much to arrange.
First Vashti, now Varric. Serpent keep you.
Be mindful of our elder. The incident weighs heavily.
The device looks ready. Let us hope it has not been built too hastily. We need this to work.
It is unfortunate. UNESCO's research team rejected Sahima's theories. Did Victor finally relinquish the access code? Excellent.
we'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now, give me a moment to set up the grid. Inputting the access code. Routing power. It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor? All personnel to stations. Clear the platform.
Activating power grid interlink.
Powering draft drive.
Field projector. Standing by.
Sending stabilizers. Grav field. Stable.
Capacitors fully charged.
All stations reporting. Ready to proceed with targeting.
Targeting system engaged.
Calibrating lens array.
Adjusting counterweights.
Locking axial tilt. Device is in position.
It's time. On your mark. Fire! Focus.
Beam on target.
Compensating for recoil. It is working. Steady.
Detecting graviton pulse.
Hold! We cannot fail the speaker now.
Rerouting power.
Burning out. Enough! Shut it down!
Cutting power.
Draft drive cycling down.
Turning to 0 points.
Retracting stabilizers.
Shutdown complete.
Clear! Well done, all. Well done. We have done all we can. I am sure the Council is waiting to speak with you.
Our work here is finished. I was not certain this would work, but it seems the Serpent has blessed us.
You have always lacked faith, Dulkev.
One could argue that faith got us into this mess in the first place.
Enough! It is time for action, not bickering.
Agreed. We must secure the Citadel. Send in everyone.
Are you mad? We have no idea how stable this is. No idea what is happening inside.
I cannot argue with that. Committing a large force is impossible. There have been reports of increased Zealot activity, no doubt in response to what we have been doing here.
It would be unwise to leave Dazra even more vulnerable than it already is.
And, to be candid, we have no idea what will happen to anyone entering the Citadel. We must minimize the potential risk. It is only fitting that it should be you.
Really? I do not doubt our newest member's conviction, but...
What else can we do, hmm? She is the only one who can communicate with the Nazgul. Save as much as you can. Save it all, if possible, but... the Speaker must be your priority. Do whatever it takes to bring a Nazgul back to us. You are not the first to argue the point, but now is hardly the time. When you have returned safely, we can debate until the end of our days what part the Serpent has played. Focus on what matters now. We will speak again soon, I hope.
Will I ever see my family again?
Apologies.
Need help?
I need to prepare.
Let me see what I am dealing with. You seem healthy to me. Save some. If you'll excuse me then.
Thank you again
Have
for
my
helping
attention.
me with Reagan.
I keep. Back to it then.
I understand. How does...
Come in, come in. Anything I can do to help?
you're really here. Oh, I feared what I saw. That connection we made was yet another vision. This is real, is it not? I knew the Serpent would deliver me from this nightmare, that there must be some way out. Every time I have attempted to leave this place, I find myself lost, wandering, unable to see. There is nothing out there. Tell me, what of Dazra? The people of House Faroon? I have had terrible visions, a dreadful sense of loss. I had hoped what I saw was only some terrible nightmare, but I knew it to be true. You must believe me. We meant none of this. All of the research, the calculations, we thought we could contain it. I only ever wanted to help, to improve, to elevate House Faroon. You do not understand. We cannot simply leave. The chain reaction that started, it is self-sustaining. We tried everything. We had hoped we could complete the experiment, but then the vortex interlock burned out. You have one, don't you? I can feel the power from here. Then the Serpent truly has sent you to us. I wish I could guarantee your safety, but I am graced by the Serpent and have retained my faculties. So many of my people were not as fortunate. You will have no choice but to deal with them. The reactor level is below us. Bring the interlock there. We will need it if we wish to see this through.